very much for coming along this morning and for the day. This is our third Let's Do Digital, and we're very honoured to be holding it this year at the Ageas Bowl.
7 votes against, 11 for. So we scraped in by a couple of votes, even given the strength of that research to show that the new audiences, that cricket could be rescued if we played it at a shorter amount of time and we could attract these new audiences in. It just got through.
Can I just take a quick poll of hands actually? LV, Liverpool, Victoria, who's heard of us? Excellent. Okay, the adverts are working. We'll keep pressing on. Do you all know that we're an insurance company? Good, because I asked that a few years ago and they thought, I said London, Victoria, they thought we were a train station. So,
of all the ones and noughts out there, I think we should be trying to send some love out in the digital world, and this would be try and be you. So that brings me on to lots of different stories about love, and then trying to think about how we can use some of those connections we have as people to improve the digital marketing that we do, because ultimately love makes the world go around. Ah, isn't that lovely?
I really don't think if you go into social media believing that you're going to get sales directly off the back of that, you're going to get people from Facebook to buy your product at this point in time, you're misguided. It isn't a sales channel, it's a relationship channel.
If you talk to Google and to set up a new account, they will kind of just say, yeah, stick them on broad, you will capture everything, you'll be sure you capture all these certain users' intents. But actually what that will do is maybe spend your money in irrelevant areas, spend a lot of money for your account where you don't want to.
Because the website's not live when you're doing this, it's difficult to get the balance right. So if you get it wrong, you end up, your website's going down 3 days after it goes live, or you're overspending on budget and you're not actually using any of that resource.
What are they clicking on in your existing emails? That kind of shows what they might be interested in. Then you can kind of take that forward. So someone you might have a piece that mentions about hotels in Paris, and someone clicks on that, you kind of know they're probably interested in hotels and probably Paris.
Conversations that begin with, I'm sure I remember we talked about this at the beginning, and you think, oh, here we go, because I know I'm usually into something that has not been properly defined at the beginning, or there's been an assumption, there's been a guesswork, oh, I thought you were doing that, no, we were actually doing that. Those are the sort of questions that nobody wants to have to deal with at the end.
New technology hasn't exactly changed the way that we consume things, it's just the speed and the way in which we do it which is very different. Ultimately, the bigger the conversation about your brand, the more likely it is that someone will visit your website, download your mobile app or go into one of your shops. And that's certainly something that we're seeing, and everything that we're trying to do on social media is about creating conversations about our brand.
Consumer behavior is changing, and the way people use the search engines is completely different. In fact, search for why are growing 1.5 times faster than the one for what. And then you can see how people are searching online, but just by using Google, right? For example, if in January 2014 here, just as an example, you can see, if you search for why, you can see what are the most related queries. So in this case, you have, why is the sky blue?
It's very important to get buy-in, not just from the senior management and the directors and everyone, but from the people on the front line doing the work, creating the content, whether there's the designers or the SEO execs or whatever. These are the people that are actually going to be doing the work. So you want to make sure that they are fully on board with your policies and your best practices.
Pretty much how I approach my marketing. So it's just thinking, if you make an amazing experience and then kind of shine a light on the great stuff, then hopefully good stuff will follow.
This is the point when we finally get to be able to print human organs, and we're only about 5-6 years away. We can print kidneys and hearts and livers now, but we can't quite print the vascular system down to the smallest capillary. So very shortly we'll be able to have replacement parts knocked off pretty straightforwardly on your home 3D printer.
I've got some great tips for email marketing and better ways to use social media. And some great ideas to take away and build our marketing campaigns on.
I've learned today about how we can interact better on social media with our customers, and specifically thinking about what the customers want and building out content that will really sort of engage them and maybe add value to what they do.
Having an insight into how other companies implement, social media as well as email marketing, and you know, just taking away their success stories and trying to implement them into our company and see whether it will work for us.
It's been a really good learning experience. We've enjoyed the food, the company, we love Adido, we work with them. We came last year and I've learned even more this year, so it's been really good.
Yeah, I think it's just a well-organised event, good for networking and you know, the sort of thing that business leaders should be doing.
So thank you very much for your participation. Enjoy your evenings and have a safe trip home. Thank you.